Hello, welcome to the channel. Right, what we got here? Mathematics Edexcel calculator paper in November 17, paper 2. So let's see what we can do with this one. Right, okay, so let's see whether we can get this to go up and down a bit. There's the first question. 7/100ths as a decimal is 0.07. Write down the multiple of 6 that is between 40 and 50. So that's a 6 times table, isn't it? So if we went 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42 and 48. So we could have either of those two answers, yeah? So I'll go for 42. Simplify 3f times 5g. Really? How can you simplify that? You can multiply the numbers together, can't you? So you can go 15. Let's draw. So we can go 15 f g. And t times t is, careful on this one, is t squared. 2n plus 6n divided by 2, so that's 8n divided by 2, which is 4n. Okay. Ken buys some fruit. He buys apples, bananas, peaches and oranges. 4 apples, each orange has a weight of 90 grams. The fruit has a total of one. How many oranges does Ken buy? So, remember it's a calculator paper. So for the apples, we're going to do 4 times 125. Times 125 is 500 grams. For the bananas, we're going to go 2 times 170, which is 340. And for the peaches, 3 times 135. 3 times 135 is 405. Let's add all that lot up together. So 405 plus 340 plus 500. Nope. 500 plus 340 plus 405 is 1245. So 1245. Now the total weight is 1785. So if we take away 1245, we're left with 540. Each orange has a weight of 90, so 540 divided by 90 will tell us how many oranges are. 540 divided by 90 is 6. 6 oranges. Yes, like that one. Jane wants to buy 15 tomatoes. She asks for a kilogram of tomatoes at a shop, and Jane assumes that each tomato has a weight of 75 grams. If Jane's assumption is correct, will she get 15 tomatoes? Okay, so 75 grams times 15. This will tell us how many grams. 15 so times 15 is 1125. Is 1125 grams. So no, more than 1 kilo. If she's not correct, should she get 15 tomatoes? Well, you can get 1,000 kilograms divided by the 75 grams, and this will 1,000 divided by the 75 grams. That gives us 13.3. No, so only 13 tomatoes. Yeah. 13 tomatoes. Okay, now what we're going to do? We're going to do 60 students asked how they get to school. What fraction of the 60 students did not walk? So we've got 15 plus 12 plus 6, which equals 27. 33 out of 60. 33 out of 60 did not walk. And what we're going to do, complete the pie chart for the information. Right, so everything adds up to 100, everything adds up to 360 degrees. So don't forget there are 60 altogether. So divide that by 60, which equals 6. So you've got 6 degrees per thing. So the bike is 6 times 6, which equals 36 degrees. The car is 12 times 6, which is 72 degrees. The walk is 27 times 6, which is 27 times 6, don't know what that is, 162. So now you would use a protractor to fill this in properly. So I'm going to do that as this one, which is the bike, and I'm going to put my 36 degrees in there, twice as big as that, maybe there. I'm going to put 72 degrees in there, which is the car, and this one is 162 degrees, which is the walk. Annie and Lily share some money in 4 to 3. What fraction of the money does Lily get? Lily gets 3 out of 7. Rosie and Dan share some sweets. Dan gets a quarter of the sweets. Write down the number of sweets Rosie and Dan gets. So Rosie and Dan. Dan gets a quarter, so he gets 1, and Rosie gets the other 3 quarters. There are more prime numbers between 20 and 30 than there are between 10 and 20. Is Steve right? Well, prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 23, 24, 5, 6, and 29. So between 20 and 30 there are there, and between 10 and 20 there are there. So between 10 and 20 there are 4 primes. Between 20 and 30 there are 2 primes. So is Steve right? There are more prime numbers between 20 and 30. No, Steve's not right, is he? Steve's not right. What question was that? That was question 7. So no, he's not right. Sissy drew the graph to show the percentage of buses that go to the bus stop on time. Right, one thing wrong with the graph. 10, 20, 30. Oh, where's 30? Doesn't actually make any difference, but January, February, March, April, May, June. So the vertical scale is wrong. Describe the trend upwards. Here's a map of an island. A straight road joins 2 villages. Work out the real distance. So we've got to measure that. Now this is not quite an A4, so I'm just going to go you through the motions. So if I measure the distance between Hackley and Cremford on my screen, I get that as 6 centimeters. Yeah. So 1 centimeter represents, so it's 6 times 0.5 equals 3 kilometers. Find the bearing of Cremford to Brackley. So of Cremford from Brackley. So it's this one here. So we've got to work out what that angle is. And if I measure that from north measuring on the screen now, bit weird, 130 degrees. 130 degrees. Now this might not be completely, well the degrees might be alright, but the distance might be a bit dodgy because of the size of the image on the screen. The diagram shows two shapes. Find the area of P. So P is a triangle, half base height. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a half times 4 times the height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 6 is 24, so that's 12 centimeters squared. Write down the mathematical name for that funny shape. That's a kite. The table shows a cricket club income from 2016 from a fate, a quiz and a membership fee. Fate, quiz, memberships. Express as a ratio the income from the fate to the income for the quiz to the income for the membership. Poof. So let's have a look. The fate is equals to 250. Right? The quiz is the entry 13 times 5, 13 times 5 plus 35, which equals 13 times 5 plus 35 is always 100. I like that. And the membership is 25 times 20. So we've got 25 times 20, which is 500. So fate, quiz, membership. So we've got 250, 100 and 500. Simplest form. So let's divide by 10. So we get 25, 10, 50. Oh, we can divide by 5, can't we? So that gives you 5, 2, 10. Yeah, that's as small as we can go with that one. Right. 200 people live in a village. 23 people do not have a garden. 23. How many do? That take away that is 177. 10 males do not have a garden. 10 males do not have a garden, so therefore there must be 13 males who do not have a garden. 95 people are male. So we've got 10 males there, so we must have 85 males there, using a complete frequency. So if we have 85 males who do have a garden, then the rest of the females don't. So it's 177 take away 85, which is 92. One of the people who does not have a garden is chosen at random, so that's out of 23. Write down the probability of the females, so it's 13 out of 23. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Lots of these coming out. I'm going to do every one I can ever find. Ellie makes hats. She makes at least 17 hats per hour. She's paid 46p for each hat she makes. Ray's is a waiter. He works 35 hours and is paid 20. Show that Ellie's hourly rate is more than Reese's hourly rate. So we've got 17 times 46 pence for Ellie. So 17 times 46 pence is £7.82. £7.82. That's for Ellie. And Ray's is 266 divided by 35. So 266 divided by 35 equals £7.60. £7.60 for Rees or Rays, whatever, however you say that. Ellie's hourly rate is more? Yes, it's more. A and B are odd numbers. Give an example to show that the value of 2A plus B is a multiple of 4. Okay, so odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. It can be more than that. So if we have, say, 3 and 5 is 8, and 2 8s are 16. So we could have A equals 3 and B equals 5. Always go for the smaller ones, yeah? Could have had 1 and 3 in there, so yeah, that would be 2, 3 plus 5, which equals 2 times 8, which equals 16. Go away. Show that when A and B are both odd numbers, the value will always be a multiple of 4. Right, how do we show that? Do we show that? So when A, because these are both odd. Come on. So when A plus B, if they are both odd, answer is always even. Yeah? So therefore we're multiplying, yeah? So therefore 2 times A is even, and 2 times B is even. Yeah? And it must be more, must be at least 4 inside brackets. So must be multiple of 4. Mr. Page uses oil to heat his home. At the beginning of November, there were 1,000 litres of oil in his tank. Mr. Page bought enough to fill the tank completely. He paid 50p. The total amount is 750. So let's find how much oil he did. Yeah, he bought 750 divided by 50p, which is £1,500. Yeah, so he bought 1,500. No, not £1,500. What am I talking about? I wish I wouldn't do that. 1,500 litres. Yeah, so he bought 1,500 litres to fill the tank up. Now, at the end of February, he had 600 litres in his tank. He bought enough to fill the tank completely, cost at 4%. Work out the total amount Mr. Page for the oil he bought in February. So, Mr. Page had. So, in the tank, there was a total of 2,500. Yeah, got the 1,500 and the 1,000. And then he only had 600 litres. So, if you take away the 600 from that equals 1,900 litres he had to buy. Yeah. So he bought 1,900 litres times 50p. So 1,900 litres times 50p. So he paid £950, but there was a 4%, so 950 times 1.04 times 1.04. is 988. So let's just double check that one. Hurry up to number 15, 988. Oh, what we got here? Solve that. So 5x minus 6 equals 3x minus 1. Do the brackets. 3x minus 3, 6 minus 5x. Get rid of 3x. 2x minus 6 equals minus 3. Add 6 on there, so 2x equals 3 and x equals 3 over 2, which could be said to be 1.5. Emily, she buys a pack of 12 bottles of water. The pack costs $5.64. Emily sells all 12 bottles for 50p each. Work out Emily's percentage profit. So, how much does she, 12 she sells? So 12 times 50p equals £6. So the percentage profit will be the difference over the original. So the difference over the original times 100. So the difference between £6 and $5.64 is 36 pence. So I'm going to do that. Divide by the original, which is $5.64, times that by 100. So 0.36 divided by 5.64 times that by 100 equals 6.38. The one decimal place is 6.4%. Hammer walks round a circle with a diameter of 80 meters. There are 8 points equally spaced on the circumference. Find the distance Hammer walks between one point and the next. So the circumference equals pi d, which equals pi times 80. Right? So shift pi times 80 equals 251.33, I'll call it, meters. Now, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, it says 8 there, doesn't it? So 251.33 divided by 8 is the distance between all these points. 10 pi, which is 31.4. 31.4 or 10 pi for question 18. So that's 31.4. Now 4 of the points are moved. It works one runs as the mean distance between, well no, because it's working the same total. Yeah, same total divided by 8. There are only blue, yellow and green cubes in a bag. There are twice as many blue cubes as yellow cubes, 4 times as many green cubes as blue cubes. Hannah takes a random cube. What's the probability Hannah takes a yellow cube? So we've got blue, yellow and green. There are twice as many blue as yellow. So x, 2x. There are 4 times as many green as blue. So this will be 8x. So put that into numbers. 2, 1, 8. Work out the probability it takes a yellow. So it's 1 out of 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 out of 11. Right, rotate the trapezium 180 degrees around the origin. Label the new trapezium A. Now, if this was on a piece of paper, I would do this with tracing paper. But I can't do that, so I'm going to have to go 2 along. So we're going to have to go there. And it's going to be upside down, so the top is going to be 3. And then so I'm going to call that A. Translate the trapezium by the vector -1, -3. So I'm going to go -1, -1, 1, 2, 3 down there. So that's there, then there, and label the new trapezium B. P to the 3 times P to the X equals P to the 9, where you add these together, don't you, when you're doing that? So that will be P to the 6. So X equals 6. Find the value of Y. So we've got 7 squared Y equals 7 to the 10. 7 times 2y. So that would be 7 times 2y equals 7 to the 10. So we'd have 2y equals 10, so y equals 5. Show that 100 to the A, 1000 to the B can be written form as 10 to the W. Oh, just sneaky one. So should we write everything in powers of 10? Times 10. So that might be 10 to the 2a times 10 to the 3b. W equals 2a plus 3b. Oh, equals 10 to the w. Ah, yeah. So these, that and that add to make that. Yeah. So 2a plus 3b. Yeah, equals w. Get ya? Yeah. Add the indices. 2a plus 3b. Make you think some of these. 22. Work out the size of CDA. Where's that? CDA. That's that thing there. Alright, so what we got? We're going to use trigonometry. Don't know any of the angles here. If that's right angle, we've got 2 of those. We could find that angle. We know that all those will be 360. That's 90. That's 90. So that's 90. That's 90. So we've got 3 of the 4. So how can we find C? I suppose we could use Pythagoras to find the sides. Now that doesn't matter, does it? We haven't got any angles. So let's find the angles. Let's use SOHCAHTOA. So SOHCAHTOA. Right, so this one is hypotenuse and adjacent. Hypotenuse and adjacent, that one. So cos ABC, I'm going to call it, yeah? ABC equals adjacent 6 divided by 7.5. So 6 divided by 7.5 is 0.8, equals 0.8. So shift cos 0.8 equals 36.86. So that's 36.86 degrees. Right. So I now know that, and I need to find this one. So let's find this angle here, which is opposite over hypotenuse, which is sine. So sine BAD equals opposite 6 over 7.5. Same thing, 0.8, but it's sine. So shift sine 0.8 equals 53.13. 53.13. So I know that. So I've got all those angles there. So I found that angle. So I now know that one. Didn't need to do any of that, did I? Didn't need to do any of that. I could have done it a different way altogether, because that doesn't help me at all, does it? But that's okay. It doesn't matter. Right. So my first thought was Pythagoras to find out this distance here. Yeah. So 7.5 squared minus 6 squared equals, I'll call it x squared, yeah? So 7.5 squared minus 6 squared equals that, and the square root of that answer is 4.5, yeah? So the x equals 4.5, yeah? So I've got 4.5 there, 4.5. Now that means that this all the way here is 19, from here is 19.5. Now this is 10, yeah? So this is 9.5 here, and this is 6. So I've now got a triangle. Let's wipe that out a bit. Go away. So I've got, that's 9.5 there, that's 6. So now I can use trigonometry to find that angle. So that will be the opposite, and this will be the adjacent. So that's tan, isn't it? So can, toa. It's quite a difficult one, though, isn't it? So this is tan. So tan CDA is the opposite, which is 6 divided by 9.5. 6 divided by 9.5 is 0.063157. This is some kind of mad recurring decimal. So now I need to do shift tan answer, and I get 32.27 degrees. To one decimal place, 32.3 degrees to one decimal place. Yeah, a lot of thinking. Went down the wrong road first of all, but doesn't matter. Use your calculator to work out all that. Write down all the figures in your calculator to display. So, sine 25 plus sine 40 equals, so I've got 1.0654 divided by cos 25 minus cos 40 is 0.1402. That's enough numbers there. And then I've got to square root that, yeah. So 1.0654 divided by 0.1402 equals some mad thing, yeah? And then do square root of that. And that gives me 2.7566. Write your answer to part A, correct to do 2 decimal places. 2.76, I'll give that. Yeah, so this is quite more difficult. 2x squared. Let's have a look. It is squared, isn't it? 2x squared is 72. So x squared will be 72 divided by 2, which equals 36. So x equals the square root of 36. Be careful here because it's plus or minus 6. Expand and simplify. So this is a FOIL. So first, 2x times 3x is 6x squared. 2x times minus 2 is minus 4x. 1 times 3 is plus 3x. Plus 1 minus 2 is minus 2. Minus 4, so that's just going to be a minus an x. Minus 2, 6x squared. Factorize. So what we can take out of here, factorize a quadratic. So let's do this. So x is going there, and x is going there. So two things, factors of 9, which is 1 times 9, or 3 times 3, that add together to make 6, so it's 3, isn't it? 3 and 3, and we plus, and we plus. So we could be really show off a bit and go x plus 3 squared, because it's a double thing. Total paper is 80 marks. That's it, that one's not finished. Right, it would take a while for that to come up. Tried to do too much all at once there. Give it a little chance, Where we go? It's got stuck there. Let's try that. Doesn't like it when you press too many buttons all at once. Anyway, I think that you can see me, but I can't see you, which is a bit mad, isn't it? So I'll make the assumption that although my screen's locked, that it's still recording, and so that was the calculator paper from Edexcel, and I'll say thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. But although I'm going to do this, it's going to carry on, isn't it? And there's links down below. It's locked. There's links down below, so I'll see you in the next one. So thanks for watching, and in the meantime, just switch it off because it might take a couple of minutes for this to come back. It might indeed. Now let's do this. And I'll see you in the next one then. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. Yeah, I was too smart. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. I was hoping I was going to get all the way to the end, and I nearly did. There I am. All got stuck, so there we go. Hello everybody. Right, okay, so videos down below. Don't forget, you can subscribe. bit of a funny ending on this one. It's all gone a bit blank, but it doesn't matter, does it? Look, there's a picture down there. Nearly subscribing. Make a comment. Yeah, you can. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so you can comment on. Did I get any of that wrong, or do you want me to do another exam board? I will do eventually. So give your thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. So cheerio. It's come back just in the nick of time. Bye.